Hi, this is Jacqueline. I am back with my next video. I was wondering why I always say that because it's pretty obvious, but anyway, I am back. I wanted to do a little bit of a recap of just my treatments and how I've been doing. I wanted to give it enough time to let the dust settle so that I could give a more accurate reports of some of the treatments that I have done. So first thing, if you've been following me, you know that I was reinfected in June, which I guess I don't really know for sure what variant. I assumed it was BA5 because of that wretched sore throat that felt like strep, which seems to be one of the symptoms of BA5. But again, I think a sore throat may be a symptom of all of them at this point. So anyway, I got reinfected back in June by my son who was at camp. And that is another thing that I just want to add how difficult it has been to be a parent throughout this pandemic. I have really realized how much I have had to struggle with navigating having children, making the best decisions for them, for their education, for their social life, their social skills, and in the same time trying to protect myself from getting reinfected. And that has been definitely a difficult thing to navigate. So I'm wondering if you are a parent, leave a comment below. I would love to know how it has been navigating long COVID with having children. It has definitely been challenging and I'm trying to make the best decisions that I can, but unfortunately I was reinfected. And unfortunately, I know a lot of other people that are reinfected just going to a doctor's office. And so that just shows absolutely how contagious this variant is. And I don't want to say it's inevitable, but it's difficult to avoid. I'll leave that there. So after this exposure, I really did not feel well. It was definitely a setback for me with my recovery. End of May, beginning of June, I did really feel like I was doing well. I felt like I was on the right track and just generally feeling decent and overall pretty well. And it was definitely a hit to me and it was traumatizing to have the reinfection. And it did hit me hard and it did take about, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks or so. But the issue was that I was starting a new job at the end of July and I was very concerned about being able to start a new job because I was at my other job for 10 years. And honestly, I mean, when you work in a place for a really long time, you just can adapt pretty easily. And I mean, I could have done the job blindfolded, honestly, at this point. So there wasn't a lot of brain power that went into it. And I do want to just make a comment that I have been very fortunate that I have been able to work throughout this entire process. And I do know that there are plenty of people with long COVID that have not been able to work. And I really do sincerely empathize with them as the treatments and anything that you want to do is generally not covered by insurance or it's extremely difficult to get covered. And I know people have struggled with getting disability. So I do feel fortunate that I've been able to work, but I was really nervous about starting a new job, going through all of this again with the reinfection. What I did want to do is I did want to sort of speed up that process. I mean, of course, that's what we all want to do is speed up this recovery. So what I decided to do is I decided to go to a place called BioAdvanced Medical. So BioAdvanced Medical is in Tijuana, one of my favorite places, Mexico. And I understand, of course, the hesitation and skepticism of going outside the country, but this specific clinic has been run by Dr. Calzada for 35 years. He specializes in Lyme, autoimmune. There's people that go there with MS. So he has a ton of experience and he has also been treating long COVID patients with stem cells. So that is why I went. They do a ton of other types of treatments, a lot of detox therapies, but I did go for stem cells. The reason why I chose BioAdvance was because of their reputation. I do know people that have been clients of Dr. Calzada's for a really long time, especially with their Lyme. And the clinic has a very good reputation. That was one of the reasons. And the other reason was logistics. It's very, very easy to get to. It's about 10 minutes from the San Diego border. And I'm actually going to do a whole video dedicated to BioAdvanced Medical. It's a wonderful facility. And I really want to give specifics to people who are interested in going there. But I won't get into all of that right now. But I did go there for stem cells. When I got there, Dr. Calzada actually has 2 sons, also Dr. Calzada. And I did see one of his sons and I did tell him straight up, I'm here for stem cells. Like all the detox stuff is great, but that's stuff that I can get back at home, even though obviously I can get it cheaper in Mexico. That was not the reason why I was there. So they did give me 70 million mesenchymal stem cells, which were umbilical. And their philosophy is they don't do a ton of stem cells. Like there are places you can go in Mexico that are going to do, 200 million, 300 million stem cells. That is not their philosophy. They do tend to go with lower doses and they want you to come back more frequently. So about every 4 months is about the recommended time to make the trip. So of course, depending on where you live, that can be very difficult to get to Tijuana, but being over here in the Southwest, it's actually really easy to get in and out. So it will be something that I do believe I will continue to go and continue to have maintenance treatments there for the foreseeable future. I mean, hopefully at some point that will end, but I do plan to go back. So I got the stem cells the week of July 18th. I had 2 different infusions. I got one 35 million, and then we waited a day, and then we did the other 35 million. So my last treatment was July 21st. So now we're here in September. So over the last month or so, I have definitely noticed an increase in energy, an increase in just clarity of thinking, and just like overall general well-being. I was able to start my new job. I wake up earlier than I would like, but I work for the school district. So I do get off work at 2:30, which is really nice. So I have plenty of time to come home and rest if needed. But honestly, I haven't really needed to do that. I've been able to work every day. I've been able to learn a new job. It takes a lot of brain power and energy to learn new things, new systems, new procedures. But I have been successfully able to do that. And I've had extra energy to do stuff with my kids and run all my errands. So I definitely believe that those stem cells gave me a push, gave me a boost is what I can say. I felt like I was getting better, but I really did need just the extra push to get back to work and be able to take on some of those physical and mental demands. So as always, I have been a firm believer stem cells have been such an integral part of my recovery. I know everyone's in different places with their recovery, and some people, have other things going on, but stem cells have been something that have been very beneficial for me. I absolutely love BioAdvanced Medical Clinic. Actually, my husband is going there for his shoulder. They also do all types of sports injuries, any kind of injuries, back injuries, accidents, things like that, treating them with stem cells. So it's a wonderful clinic. And again, I will do a full video on BioAdvanced Medical. But for now, that is how I'm doing. I am doing better, and I am just hoping to stay safe and healthy, and just do the best that I can navigating having 2 children in school. So God help me. And you guys, as always, take care and peace.
I'm glad you made it here, because we're here. Make sure to like,